everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cynthia, and on my channel I talk about nursing, lifestyle. I do a bit of vlogging, I talk about health. It all depends on what I feel like talking about. I've been actually looking for this opportunity to share my pregnancy experience with you all, my journey during pregnancy, during the 9 months of pregnancy, and being in a different place from where I used to be, like from my country. So I've been really waiting for this opportunity. So it's like a story today. It's not a vlogging, it's not a teaching, it's like story. First of all, before I start this video, I would just want to say something. You know, people say that every pregnancy is different and for everyone is always different, and you can't compare your pregnancy to someone else's own. You can't really hope for something that happened to someone to happen to you during your own pregnancy time. So it's like it's a different ballgame for everyone. So my story is a sweet and is a sour one. Was it a planned pregnancy? Yeah, it is. So I really planned to be pregnant. Not really planning, but I was ready for it. I wasn't like I want to go into contraceptive or family planning. I was just out for it. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? The first 3 months was the most horrible, was the most horrendous, was the most annoying months. Came with lots of feelings, lots of hormones fluctuating up and down. You guys know how it is if you've been pregnant before, especially for our mothers. Like, being pregnant is something that it's a mystery. The first month you don't really know you're pregnant till you miss your period. That's how I found out. I think some people do know that I'm pregnant, but I didn't really know. So I was dancing, doing everything, lifting heavy things, doing everything that I normally do, then until I missed my period. And then I checked and I found out that I was pregnant. Okay, I was very excited, my husband was very excited, everyone was very happy. Told my mom, told everyone, told my siblings, and we were all happy. And then something set in. So the first 4 weeks was practically no feelings and no nausea, no vomiting, no nothing. But the last 2 months of the first trimester was something else. So if you don't know about trimesters, the first 3 months in pregnancy is called the first trimester, the second 3 months is the second trimester, and the last 3 months, third trimester. So you will have 3 different trimesters in pregnancy. So the first trimester, I think for most people, is the most horrible one, because that's when the hormones are very high. So for me as well, my hormones were very high, my feelings, my emotions, everything was on top of the roof. So I had loads and serious nausea, but I didn't get to vomit. I think I vomited once. Yeah, I vomited once because I was trying to eat some spinach, and I wasn't really used to eating spinach. So I think that was my second or third time of trying to make spinach at home. So I made the spinach with some rice and I tried to eat it. I think the first 3 spoons I had, that was it. So I vomited all along. I was alone in the house, my husband wasn't around. He traveled to a different city, so I had to deal with it alone. But apart from that first and last vomit, I never vomited again. But I had serious nausea to the extent that I didn't really eat. Like, in a day I might just end up having just a cup of tea, or maybe a cup of tea and biscuits. I didn't really eat proper food. So but I kept on doing this way, because once I try to eat, I feel nauseous, especially when I cook it. So when I cook, that's the worst, because I can't even eat it. So I cook and someone else's eat, but I don't eat it. So I hated the smell of everything around me, and I can perceive something from all the way from the gate, like all the way from, let's say, half a mile. I start perceiving things, like I perceive everything literally. And that was my worst time in the hospital, because I have to give medications every day at work. I hate going to the treatment room. I hate going to the medication room to prepare anything they call medication, because everything was giving me that nauseous feeling. Apart from that, even at home, trying to brush my teeth in the morning, that was another thing, because whenever I try to brush my teeth I have this nauseous feeling again, and then bending down to brush the teeth is another thing. So it's like everything gives me nausea, but without vomiting. So at a point my husband had to get a different toothpaste for me, so I had a different toothpaste from the normal one we used to have. I hated going to the toilet, I hated going to the kitchen, but when all this was happening I had a very lucky colleague that always tried to make lunch and dinner for me, and she brings it to work, so she will literally force me to eat it, and she will be there while I eat my lunch. Because I think she did that because I had anemia, so because I was obviously not eating. My hemoglobin went down to 9, so I was like, my midwife called me and was like, you have to eat because you're anemic and your hemoglobin is very low. We have to place you on some ferrous sulfate and you have to take it twice a day and all of that. So I had to rush to the GP, took my medications and everything. I started having them. So I think that was the main reason my colleague was so worried about me. So she literally brings lunch and dinner for me every day. I'm working with her, and that was such a blessing. Like, I didn't have anyone to do it for me. And you know that feeling when you cook and you can't eat it, like no one can help you, isn't it? You just have to do something. But it's so difficult when you're pregnant and the hormones are all about everywhere and you can't really eat the food that you make. However, during this process I was so happy. I was taking pictures of my baby bump almost every week, if not even every day, but I'm so sure I took pictures almost every week. I will try to show some slides, some pictures on this while I'm talking. And I mean, it was a very nice feeling that even when you are so sick, even when you feel so nauseous, even when you feel so down, depressed, emotions all over the place, you still have that time to look forward to the positive side of it, and still have that time to take pictures and still be happy. So the vitamins I took during pregnancy, the first 3 months, I think the first 3 months I literally took nothing because I didn't register with my midwife on time. I registered after 3 months, so I was having nothing. So when I registered, my midwife said you should have had folic acid the first 3 months. I mean, I know about having folic acid the first 3 months, but I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I was always nauseous, so I really didn't feel like having anything. I was like, whatever, baby will be fine. So when I registered after 3 months, my midwife prescribed some ferrous sulfate because of my anemia. She prescribed some she gave me some folic acid and some vitamin D. So vitamin D is very important in pregnancy, especially for the blacks, because we don't have enough sun here. So you have to take vitamin D for your baby and even for yourself. So the second trimester was when everything, all the energy is back again. So from 17th or 16th month, every energy was back. I was feeling very strong. I was feeling very hyperactive. I didn't even know where the energy came from. I was like, is this me? Because my appetite came back, so I was able to eat all the food. I was able to eat everything that I missed. I started having like 4 meals a day. So but that was very fine, that was very okay, because I was growing a baby and it really gave me the strength I wanted. Because I think when I had the anemia, I didn't even know I had anemia, but I always feel short of breath and I always feel so weak when I'm climbing the stairs. I live just in the first floor, so I shouldn't really feel that weak and suddenly, but I do feel it when I'm climbing the stairs every day. But I was like, anyway, I'm going a baby, I think that's the reason, but I didn't know I had anemia. That's why it's very important to register on time when you're pregnant, so you can get the best advice and you can know what's happening to you. So yeah, but because I didn't register on time, I didn't know I had anemia. But that was fine. The second trimester was very okay. I was very happy going to work, coming back. My sense of smell started easing. I wasn't perceiving everything in the world anymore. Throughout this period, no bump. I was like, are you sure I'm still having a baby? Because I wasn't even seeing any bump. I think up till 5 months, I should have a picture somewhere. I think up to 5 months, that's when my bump started coming out, and I was very, very happy seeing that bump. I was very, very elated. I took pictures, series of pictures, and sent to my mom and everything. We were very, very happy. I was finally seeing the bump, because I was like, I think my baby is gonna be very tiny. Why is she not coming out? Why is my bump? I'm not seeing anything. Anyway, yeah, so the bump came out, and that was about the time you start to get that feeling of you have a baby. So the first feeling should feel like a tingling sensation, or like a rumble, like butterflies in your tummy. It's not like the real kick, but it's like a feeling that there is something there, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's the first feeling I felt. And that day, I think I was in the shower, and then I felt something. I said to my husband, I think the baby is moving now. I felt like it's like a rumble, like that, like a very little rumble. And then I was like, this is like a baby, like a flutter, if you know what I mean. Like, I can't really explain it, but yes, I felt it. I felt the baby moving, and that was about 20 weeks, because I remember I went for my 20-week scan and I couldn't still feel the baby. The midwife was like, don't worry about it, the baby is still gonna move, there's nothing to worry about. So after my 20-week scan, that's when I felt my baby for the first time. Fast forward to the 3rd trimester, that's when you have this frequent urgency to go to the toilet. So in the hospital, I visit the toilet like almost every hour, because the baby is pressing on my bladder and I couldn't help it. And even when you visit the toilet, when you go to the loo, sometimes, because I'm taking ferrous sulfate, it's an iron tablet, it makes you constipated, so coupled with the baby and everything. So I think the last trimester, the main things I felt was I had was constipation a little bit. With oranges and fruits and veggies, I was able to get over the constipation. But for the frequent visit to the toilet because of you just have to deal with it, because you can't do anything about it. And then this is when when I started feeling that weakness, because the baby is growing bigger and bigger and ready to pop out. By my 3rd trimester, I have gone for all the scans, I've gone for all the tests that needs to be done. I was very certain there is no issues with the baby. Baby weight, baby size, baby height, everything was fine. It's a bitter, it's a sweet experience. At the end of the whole process, you just feel so happy having birthed the baby. I just felt so happy that I have a baby and I can be a mom, and I am actually a mom. So that's my pregnancy story. Thank you for seeing this video, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions, don't forget to drop it on the comment section. I know many people have some questions about pregnancy, but it's always good to meet your midwife, your doctor. The best advice you can get should be from them. Don't take any advice from people. It can be misleading. No one knows it all. You have to go through tests, you have to go through investigations before anything can be suggested to you. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.